Morning musings from the tiny little Greek island and from this tiny little art studio. I'm coming back today because I had a problem with my microphone and it sounded awful. So I'm coming back to a different program. Perhaps it was a program. I don't know what the problem is, and just wanted to come back and check in with you again and kind of finish off my second coffee. It is now early afternoon. I don't even know what time it is. Um, it's okay. Uh, and just finish off this coffee and connect. Um, if anybody is here and leaving comments, I guess I don't have the comments area set up or visible on my laptop, which is right here. So if you're sending me messages, I'm sorry I'm not seeing them. But I don't know, like I've had kind of a rough morning already and would Um, I come back in here to to kind of come back to center. This is my private special space, and it is a place where I immediately relax and calm down. And so the process that I go through when I'm having a hard time and coming back into the studio and wanting to um, be creative. I mean, when I'm upset or when there's been some difficulty in my day, it doesn't it almost feel impossible to be creative? I mean, how do you get all mellow and meditative and in the creative flow and all of that? It's like, are you effing kidding me? That's kind of what it feels like, doesn't it? I know you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. And so today, I thought I'd come back on because thankfully, let's look at the positive side. Thankfully, this morning's musings, the mic it was all rattly. It sounded awful. It was just a mess. And, it's like I get to come back. I get to come back and connect with you again and um, be vulnerable, be as I am right now, and uh, and just allow that to happen. And just saying that um, feels good. It feels centering, I mean, look, I mean, you guys all know I say this over and over again. I can be all over the place all at once. And when there's too much going on in my life, in my outer world, everything gets messed up. I have a really hard time putting everything in its little box and saying, you're for later. Just go away. I'm going to focus on this now. So it's I don't know. It's important for me to be able to be in this vulnerable state and to be open and honest, especially on this, art YouTube channel and these morning musings or these afternoon musings, right? Whenever I get to come on and just kind of talk and chit chat and, share some time with you, it's it's really important for me that I can just be myself. No edits, no this, no that, no teleprompter stuff, which I never use anyways. Maybe I should, but I can't. At least, at least I can't right now. I don't know, maybe tomorrow I can, but today I can't. So, um, it just feels good to come in and just kind of connect. So, okay, what I'm gonna do, since I'm blabbing and really not pulling it together, like I said, I'm just gonna be my vulnerable self as I am right now, working to come back to this creative alignment within, right? That's everything that I'm working for. Today, I have some videos to make, to film, and then edit and get up by tomorrow is my goal for that. Maybe Saturday, depending on how things go. But I have this video coming up on YouTube, which is going to talk about the differences between morning light, the evening light, and days when there is no direct sunlight. And it's going to be kind of basics, looking out for the basic differences between each setting. So I'm going to take one thing, a simplified scene. I'm not going to do, full fledged out oil paintings. Uh, on it may be a tree with a house and mountain in the background and a field in front. I That may be one. It may be it may be a still life. I haven't quite decided on that, but I'm going to use the same scene with different lighting. And I was talking with my dear new friend Corby. Hi, Corby. And she was saying, she asked, because she lives in Great Britain, so it's a very different sunlight and quality of light that we have here with Great Britain or anywhere in Northern Europe or Northern United States, Canada, right? It's a different quality of light, and so I want to do paintings, this in this demonstration of kind of going through the different styles, right? Morning light, evening light, and gray days. I guess the gray days will be for for those of you who are in wetter climates, more wintry and just duller than what we have here in the Aegean, which, we have stark colors, stark blues from the sea and the sky, and everything is different because of that. So I will be putting that together and coming with um, with that uh, basic understanding, right? I mean, morning light, late afternoon, evening light, and days when there are no light, and how do you go about painting those? And so I want to get that out. That's going to be my main focus, and because the day got difficult for me, and I am still not comfortable with the negative energy that has been spurred up from within me. Uh, I'm just going to focus on that. I'm actually not going to do very much more, but I do want to talk a little bit about the art extravaganza that is up and running. We've got another 4 days for bidding to happen. I've got 15 paintings in there from $50. Well, actually, I've got two little paintings from the starting bid, I think is $25. They're small still lifes. And then all the way up to $99 as starting bids, depending on the painting, depending on the size. And I've got 15 paintings in there. Aha! So if you're interested in checking that out, go to, I'll put the link below. I promise I will put the link below. And you can go and check out not only what I have in there, but there's well over 200 art forms in there. There's oh, beautiful glass art. There are many, many different styles of paintings, jewelry, just so many things from beautiful artists. And this auction is to benefit a community center in Scottsdale, Arizona called the Holland Center. And again, I will say this over and over because I live on this tiny little Greek island and we don't have anything. We don't have anything like a community center where you can go and learn things and, take a dance class or take an art class or, learn how to do bungee jumping or something. I don't know if they have bungee jumping there, but they do have outdoor activities, right? That there's groups doing things. If I were in a place like that, or if I had a place like that, I would be there all the time. I would just be there all the time. And it is one of the things that I really do miss about being here on this tiny little Greek island. I mean, it's not all beautiful, right? I mean, it is beautiful. And but there are things that I don't have, and I don't have the opportunity to be involved with. And that's why I'm so excited about this auction because I don't often get exposure, with my artwork in the States, especially contributing to something that I know is is a beautiful center. It's just a beautiful place. And all of you out there who may be involved in various community centers, uplifting the community to bring people up to a new level. And it's just such a beautiful, um, diverse gourmet meal that everybody shares, right? So, people get fed, they have a beautiful experience, they digest and learn and come back again. And then maybe because of that experience, they're able to uplift someone else next to them because they were uplifted. And these are the beautiful things that are missing on this tiny little Greek island. There may be in other areas of Greece, but this place is so small. You guys, we only have what, 500 people? That's the population in the wintertime. It's small. And we don't have the opportunities for things like that. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we did? But it is what it is. So it's another reason why this YouTube channel and being able to come here and just talk today, I get to be vulnerable and maybe even a little sad for what happened today and be okay with that and come into my studio and just feel comforted by being in this quiet space, by being in this area that I have spent so much time creating, meditating, journaling, preparing, uploading. It, you know how when you have a certain space where you go to create, then when you come in, no matter what your psychological, emotional, uh, what's the word I'm looking for, you guys? Um, you know what I'm looking for. No matter where you are, you will connect somehow to the energy that has been built up in this space. So if you're coming into a beautiful space, it may not be a pretty space, but the energy is beautiful because you're creating. And anytime you have creative energy flowing through you, swirling around you, and you use that energy and you manifest something like a painting, some of that energy gets left in the space. And there begins to be this buildup. And yeah, maybe I'm just imagining it. It could be, right? I don't really care because when I come through my door and I come and sit here and I'm at my easel and putting paints out on my palette, I feel it. I feel it. And I like that. So I'm not going to get rid of it if it's scientifically valid there or not. I feel good about it. It's staying. I'm not moving away from that thought because I came in here to relax, to recenter myself, to pull myself together, to come back into a focus. Remember talking about that story of Orpheus, who's trying to bring Evridiki back from the dead, from the underworld. And he can bring her back all the way to life as long as he doesn't doubt himself and turn to look and see if she's actually behind him. Because she's a soul, right? She's not alive yet. He has to bring her out of the underworld and carry her to the goal. All he has to do is focus on the goal and not start getting all wishy-washy. Well, what if she's not there? What if Hades, you know, did a number on me and he fooled me and I go all the way back and she's not there, right? And so when the doubts and the insecurities begin to flow in, what do? You end up looking back. Is Evridiki there? I don't know how to say her name in English. Can you believe that? But I can't. And I can't say Orpheus in the Americanized way. Sorry, folks. When I was a kid in Minnesota, I'm sure I could say it perfectly, but I no longer can. Give me a second. So it's the same thing. What I'm trying to do in this period of my life is just keep my eye on the goal, keep my eye on the target. And my dad used to say that all the time. You know, it took me what 50 years to to finally figure it out, right? I mean, and he would always say, all you need to do is keep your eye on the goal. Just focus on the goal. All the other stuff that happens as you're getting towards the goal doesn't matter. All you need to do is focus on the goal, on that bullseye, right? And, I'm not very good at that. I kind of got acquainted with it when I had my kids, and my goal was to raise healthy human beings, hopefully with a healthy mindset, with good tools in their toolbox, so that they can go out into the world and kind of be steady on their feet, at least a little bit, right? Because anybody first starting out in life, leaving the home, is hardly ever steady on their feet. There's so much to learn. So I kind of got that first inkling there. And here's the thing: the difference is when you're a mom and you're doing that, it has more to do with their well-being, with giving everything that I have to them, so that they have a better chance at everything, right? And understand things and are a little bit more clear-headed than I was. That's the hope. I mean, is it that way? I really don't know. It seems so, but who knows, right? I did the best that I could. So that's the first time I did, but I was doing it for other people, not for myself. And the reason why I began this channel in the first place was because I needed to step out and begin to care for my own self, to to uh, reestablish who I am at this phase of my life. I don't look back to who I was or who I should have been or what I should have done or what I shouldn't have done, and there's nothing I can do about it anyways. The only thing that I can do is to take note, understand who I am today. You can look to the past to understand why you are where you are today. And then, you know, how are you going to move forward? How am I going to finish this painting of Vita? How am I going to finish it? And I think it's a pathway that we can all take. And that's why these paintings are such a positive thing for me, because I learn so much about who I am and where I want to go and the result that I want to get to. So I started this YouTube channel with that in mind, and it's not doing too bad. It's doing a heck of a lot better than I ever expected it would. And so today I'm coming back just to have finish off my coffee with you in this vulnerable state. I'm already feeling better. I'm already more energized and more focused. Um, and will now get to my filming my videos of morning light and evening night and a cloudy day. So I'm going to start putting that together. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And I feel very lucky to be a part of this community. So thank you so much. Um, I guess with that, be inspired, be creative, be you. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye.